Hello everyone, I'm Trisha, it's me Jenny. It's time for another Not Naked video response to Trisha Hershberger series Naked Truth, where we talk as candidly as truthfully as possible about stuff whichever choosing. I was share about an hour ago, still a bit wet at the back. No makeup, but hair, first take, one take, etc, etc. Most people choose to do naked, but I choose not to, but either way it's not a sexy time thing, it's a honourable and honest type thing. And part of the reason why I've been trying to catch up on these ones is A, because this subject was something that I was thinking about, and B, kind of connects in. So yeah, 5 things that will make you happier. And yeah, it's a very weird time for me to be talking about this, because I will say at the moment in life I have been not having the most nice time. We're in the middle of a very big transition at work. We've had a massive staff changeover, so the responsibilities have changed a lot. Pretty much all the staff are new in my department. We've changed how we're running things. We've changed the technology we're using, and no one's been properly trained on it. The shift pattern has changed. On Thursday, Friday this week was the first days I've had 2 days off together since August. My housemate is moving out because she is going to buy herself a new house, which I'm really excited about for her. I'm really, really excited about her for that. But like, it's just lots of things going on in life that are just really stressful. So in the meantime, I'm moving back home, which I don't really want to do, but it makes sense to save up until I can buy a house of my own, which is something excited that I'm really excited about. But it's just another thing, and just the thought of work right now is just so emotionally draining. And so trying to think of 5 good examples of how to make yourself happier is genuinely something I need to think about at the moment, because I'm struggling a bit. And so the first bit of advice that I have, number 1, is take your own advice. Like, most of the time I know what I need to do to relieve my stress and like have a coping system, and I don't listen to myself, and I let myself get into that sort of spiral where I'm like, I don't want to do that because that will make me feel weak, or I don't want to do that because I don't want to do that. Instead of thinking, no, if I take my own advice, then if I was talking to a friend and a friend was saying, this is my problem, I would say, do this and this. Why aren't I actually doing the things I would suggest someone else? So things like, if going for a walk will give me some endorphins, get me out of the house, do it. Like, things that I know will help me in the long run, like actually finding something to do that would stop me from just taking your own advice. Like, most of the time you know what you need to do to relieve stress, and like, it's so easy to fall into that kind of self-pity wallow hole, and I really hate doing that, and I've kind of slipped into it a bit at the moment, so I'm trying to kind of dig my way out of it. Number 2, so this one's a kind of weird one. Contextualize, but not too much. So one of the things that my sister said, it's a phrase I've had for a while, which is still got a nose, and it basically means be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for the fact that you are a fully functioning adult. You've made it to adulthood without dying, without losing a limb, without sickness or whatever. Like, count your blessings, but not at the exception of the fact that it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel stressed, it's okay to reach out for help, because everyone goes through it. So yeah, that's number 2. Number 3, don't confuse psychological signs for physical symptoms. Most of the time when I'm feeling sad, it's because I'm tired, and it's because I haven't eaten properly, and I haven't had enough to drink, and I haven't had enough to eat, and I haven't sat down, or I know this particular summer has been particularly stressful because I haven't been doing exercise. Ironically, because I can now drive, which means I get an extra hour in bed every day. I'm not getting up at 4:45, I'm getting up at 6 o'clock, and driving. I'm not getting that extra biking endorphins, so I'm not as physically fit as I was last year, and I know that some of this stress is because I'm not as physically active. I don't really have an exercise regime at the moment. I know if I was going for a run every day or going dancing or something, and getting out and being physically active, I'd probably feel less stressed. But finding the time for it when I would, like, sleeping is great. Number 4, forgive yourself. This is something that I struggle with, particularly, like, I don't know how many of you guys watch my my vlogs where I was trying to adjust my sleep schedule, and sometimes you do need to lie in, and it's okay to lie in. It's okay to miss that alarm on your day off. Like, it's okay. Like, if that's what you need to do, if what you need is to go and find a quiet place and not talk to anyone, or if you snap at someone, it's okay. Like, in the end, it's alright. And number 5, I thought of it and then it's gone. Well, I'm gonna say reach out to people, but not necessarily reach out to people in a selfish, unselfish way, aka ask them about them or try and do something for them. Even if all you're thinking at that time is, I just want them to ask me how I'm feeling, at least the act of asking is a good help. Oh, and the other thing that I forgot was find a small procrastination win. So there's lots of stuff that you can do, just find one thing that you're like, I can do this now. That's one thing that's success. Like today I replaced the heels on some of my shoes. That was my win for the day. Like, my work parameters of a win have completely nothing gone out of the window, so every single day feels like a failure at the moment. Every single day I leave work having worked sometimes additional 2 or 3 hours, feeling like I've somehow regressed, and it's heartbreaking, and like I feel like I'm not progressing, and I'm not succeeding on what I should be doing in the day. While if instead of doing that, I'm just thinking I've done one thing is done, then that's a good thing. And yeah, so this was slightly more like low energy vlog than usual, just because like today I just sat in my car for about an hour, just doing nothing, and I think that's what I needed to do. But I think, yeah, just look after yourself, guys. Life isn't always perfect, and don't rely on social media to project on who people are, because everyone has a life. Everyone's going through a rough time. Another thing is, don't, like, as a side note, I don't know how many of things I've listed right now, but everyone's got noise in their head. Everyone's stressed out all the time. If someone is being mean to you 99% of the time, it's because they're really stressed out. And if you do something embarrassing or something wrong, 90%, like 99% of the time, the next person isn't going to care the next day. Most mistakes are solvable. Like, there isn't anything, there's very few things in this world that if you make a genuine mistake, that it won't be solved within 24 hours or 48 hours, or someone else can help you with, especially if you ask for help. So don't worry if you've cocked up. Don't worry so much if you've, like, there are bigger problems. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment, and I'll see you guys when I do. I'm nearly caught up. One more naked truth to go. Yes. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm absolutely exhausted. Yeah. Bye.